Aaron Layman Properties here, back with another North Texas housing market update. As the real estate market rebounds stalling out, Denton County home prices edged higher again in June. The median price of a home rose to $479,000, which is down 1.2% for the same time last year. Average prices in Denton County came in at $568,000, or down roughly 1.1% year over year. Average prices are still $20,000 shy of the spring 22 bubble peak. Judging from the recent uptick in inventory levels and the typical seasonality of prices, it appears North Texas home prices will have to wait another year or more before we see those lofty levels again. Behind the headline numbers, North Texas home prices are actually a bit lower than they appear. Denton County stats show median average price per square foot were down 5.9% and 4.4% respectively. Closed sales edged up 1.7% from last year. Pending contracts in Denton County were down 4.9%. Available home inventory perked up in June, rising to 2.4 months of supply. Resale inventory had been hard to come by for most of the year, but sellers are finally showing up. This could have implications for prices in the months ahead because the extra competition is arriving just as activity normally begins to cool. Average percent of list price and days on market both improved in June, typical of normal seasonal patterns, and those numbers will likely reverse as we head into fall and buyer demand cools. Builders have been adeptly navigating this market by ramping up incentives and lowering average price points. When affordability is the name of the game, smart, motivated sellers do what they have to do. Many new home builders were offering incentives or buy-down packages of $10,000 or more to lure buyers who have been priced out by 7% mortgage rates. The rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage finished the month of June at 7.02% according to Mortgage News Daily. Rebounding home prices and a return of 7% mortgages made it very challenging for many prospective buyers. Relief in the rental market hasn't arrived yet either. Despite the media headlines of collapsing rents, average single-family rents in Denton County were actually $75 higher than June of last year. The median single-family rental was over $2,500 in June, while the average single-family rental would set you back $2,700 per month. Property tax relief finally arrives. It took 2 special sessions, but the Texas House and Senate finally came to a compromise on property tax relief. The big news for homeowners is that the homestead exemption will be increasing from $40,000 to $100,000. The average Texas homeowner could save roughly $1,300 per year with the legislature's deal to curb property taxes. Non-homestead properties below $5 million could also see some relief in the form of a 3-year pilot program with a 20% circuit breaker. That will be interesting to watch since many non-exempt properties saw assessment increases of 20% or more just last year. Another part of the legislature's effort to reduce school taxes involves more direct money coming from the state. The latest deal calls for the schools to reduce the M&O maintenance and operations rates by 11 basis points from existing levels. That means that just about everyone gets an 11 basis point reduction in their total property tax bill. That will provide savings to landlords, developers, and investors. This appears to be one occasion where the Texas legislature actually performed beyond expectations. Voters will have the opportunity to approve the tax relief package in November as part of a constitutional election, and assuming it passes, it should be retroactive to include the 2023 tax year. Unlike many industry apologists and cheerleaders, I'm looking at the actual macro-level data. It's obvious that the housing market has rebounded this year. The data suggests the housing market has more room to correct, however, looking at the larger market cycles. It's not too difficult to understand why the housing market was able to rebound through the first 6 months of 2023. The Federal Reserve, for all of its talk about quantitative tightening, has done a pretty miserable job of actually reducing liquidity. The Federal Reserve's balance sheet is still at $8.3 trillion. Total public debt has swelled to over $32 trillion. Higher rates are only part of the equation. So where do we go from here? As a general rule, it would be very rare for the housing market to bottom when unemployment is still so low. A recession will inevitably arrive. Before that happens, it is foolish to assume that the real estate market is out of the woods just yet. Consumers are already beginning to pull back according to the latest data. How much they pull back once student loan payments resume and unemployment begins to rise? No one knows for sure, but we will find out soon enough. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in.